and Elise Jones.
Off we go here on championship court. Brascia and Parenteau. And Brascia can't get to it.
What a nice job of shaping that pass. Brascia, it was one of those where you're like, it's not going that fast, and I'm running right next to it. Like, why am I running right next to it? And just couldn't get a swing at it because of the rounding that right inside the line. Beautifully done.
58 degrees right now here in Mesa, and underneath this 10, it's probably even a little bit cooler.
It's probably 48.
0-0. Oh, you too. All right, 0-0.
And Parenteau on the board. Brascia, an all-around athlete before getting into pickleball.
1-0.
Swimmer, golfer, played softball, soccer, and of course some tennis. Using that athleticism, it comes up a little short.
Yeah, nice little drop volley there from Parenteau, and she'd love for that to end the point as it did there, but she's got Brascia on the dead run, so the next ball she is in perfect shape to finish.
2-0.
Smart when the opponent is all the way back to drop that in.
And Parenteau able to measure it up.
Yeah, the ball before that was a beautiful backhand down the line, just staying down. You want to stay down on that and hit through. It's hard to hit a ball down the line. You usually drag that into the middle. That was outstanding from Parenteau.
Side out.
Parenteau a little tied up that time. Side out now to Brascia, who committed to pro pickleball in May of 2022. Had to finish up her studies at Biola University.
0-3.
Nicely done.
Yeah, approach was down the middle, which takes angles away. It was a little short, but Parenteau wasn't able to get it by her. And it's a family affair for the Brascias, as Maggie Brascia, another very talented pro player as well. So it's nice to have a hitting partner with the same last name.
Catherine attacking. What a drop shot.
And if you watch the execution of that, the paddle is just laid out in front of her, and she just lets the paddle no swing. Just let the ball reflect off that paddle. It's perfectly executed.
Just a little bit wide from Catherine.
Side out.
So a perfect third by Mary Brascia right there, but didn't chase it right away. So when you're a step behind, you then want to let that ball bounce because you're still ahead on that point, but she rushed it, really put herself in good position and didn't take advantage of it.
Oh, beautiful shot.
So that's that rolling two-handed backhand she had. She dropped the first one and then was very patient. You can do that with a two-handed backhand with the left hand. Just let that ball travel and drive it down the line. Well done.
Up against the net for Brascia. Also competing today, Dave, Leah Jansen and Elise Jones going head-to-head. They're right now probably one of the hottest teams in the sport.
Yeah, I talked to both of them. They're like, of all things, you know, they have this great dynamic between the two of them playing together, and then here they come having to battle in singles. But that's the way tournament of life works.
Point. Timeout, receiver 4-1.
So Parenteau starting to
earlier coaching. He's one of the best senior pro men, so that's a great place for guidance for Mary.
Point.
Brascia trying to switch up the momentum here, but Parenteau makes it 5-1.
5-1.
Wide once again.
6-1. Side out.
Yeah, that's going to be the key for Mary, to get that ball to drop and then chase it. That time she did put the pressure, and Parenteau missed wide.
Parenteau covering lots of ground, but hit it long.
After all that beautiful defending, then she got in the top side of that point and rushed the approach and missed it well deep after some great court coverage.
Brascia, does it get line? Yes, it does.
And those are those passing shots that she has that look like they might sail a bit wide, but the topspin, she's able to get on it with that paddle, and she is the poster child for Selkirk with the new paddle, the Ava Lee clothing line. They got it all going on there.
Side out.
Side out coming back to Parenteau. 6-3 lead, game number 1, the number 2 seed. Catherine Parenteau did team with Annalie Waters at the last tour stop, but now that's Anna Bright's tour.
Yes, she'll be with the youngster Georgia Johnson on Saturday, so that'll be an interesting pair with Parenteau and Johnson.
Point.
The other challenge with this side, or with this court, is there is a glare, especially earlier on the side facing what Parenteau is looking into. So you definitely want to be on Mary Brascia's side just from a visual standpoint as well.
Another passing shot, 8-3. Advantage Parenteau.
And interesting there, Mary held the ball when she went back to get the towel, because when Catherine's going, it's mock speed to get to the line to serve again.
Really knows how to pick up the pace, doesn't she? Brascia can't believe that Parenteau got there.
Receiver.
Yeah.
9-3.
I think that he was in a battle on second court with James Ignatowicz.
Point.
And you hate to call timeout and then miss a return, because you went through something with him. Matthias gave her some coaching. I can assure you it wasn't miss the return. So
10-3.
quickly, Parenteau.
Game point now for Catherine.
Side
Hit
out.
just a bit wide. Side out coming back to Brascia. Once again, that drop shot is lethal.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are like, ooh, that ball's up, I want to hit it hard, but they're deep. So, you know, as a real, in singles especially, there's some folks that use it in doubles. The problem, obviously, is there's a second player that can come track that down.
Once again, just too much from Catherine Parenteau. Impressive 11-3 in game one.
She looks very comfortable.
0-0.
Passing power and finesse of Mary Brascia, and
Point.
gets a missed return right off the jump here. And sometimes it starts to snowball, and you got to get it stopped with your best stuff. So that's what Mary's now choosing to stay back.
Point.
Looked like it was just
yep.
a little wide that time.
2-0.
You know, some people wonder, are the best days in singles for Catherine Parenteau behind her, or can she once again challenge and beat Anna Lee atop the mountain?
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult challenge. That particular mountain, all the other mountains, she's having no problem scaling. So we did see her take a game last time, but I really like how she's got this paddle dialed in, and she is really playing well. That's just too good again, and being patient with the volley. Sometimes you feel all panicky because you can't put it away.
0.
And something with a longer grip. So go to Pickleball
4-0.
Central is my idea there.
New paddles launched from Onyx, Prokenix, Gearbox, and much more.
Side out.
Check out all the latest pickleball gear at pickleballcentral.com.
0-4.
Just a little bit deep.
First mistake Parenteau's made literally in this match. Again, we saw one from Brascia earlier where she got the ball down and the ball was popped up and just a little late and came flying in, and your momentum helps push the ball deep, and especially on a cold day you get no margin for error.
Another passing shot by Parenteau. As we watch this match, we're kind of keeping that other eye on some of the brackets going on, especially on the men's side where Christian Alshon and Ben Johns are set to collide here.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one coming up next.
Catherine on the defensive. Good job by Brascia.
Yeah, Catherine actually overran that one. Couldn't get her body contorted the right way.
And now Brascia perhaps gain a little confidence, Dave.
Yeah, and playing a little more aggressive, which I like. When you're down, like, you know, empty the vault. You know, don't stay back. Come on in, make her beat you. Catherine came up with a ridiculous shot off the overhead, but she made her have to hit another one and miss the pass. So keep that going.
Side out.
The difference with that ball is if you're trying to clean pass and Catherine's just sitting down the line, you're not going to be able to do it. And again, Mary's holding the ball. So I love this. This is a absolute smart look. Catherine's like, I want that back, but Mary's playing at her pace, and there's no
4-2.
official air quotes rule that says you got to hit the ball right back to the server.
Brascia now dictating, and yes, sometimes time spent between points just as important as time spent actually playing.
No doubt about it, because obviously she's been under siege a little bit, but here lost the first 4, got 2. Not in a hurry to get back to the line. Couldn't agree more with the way Mary's approaching this.
4-2. Well, those you got to have when you're playing the number 2 seed.
Yeah, played a beautiful point to get in position there, just didn't make it.
4-2.
Skim the top of the net.
Point.
And landed out of bounds.
And you saw the value in going for a big serve in singles there from Parenteau. Just an inch inside the line set her up, able to take the net.
Just too good from Parenteau once again.
Especially as I mentioned, with it being cold, that ball is going to be fast. So if you can drive through that serve, get it deep, it's going to be really hard to get a deep return back. And then Parenteau is just so smart in using the front half of the court for her winners. We usually think winners are hitting the back half of the court, but in singles, with your opponent deep, use that front half of the court. No need to do anything special.
Now 7-2.
Side out.
And a missed serve that time from Parenteau.
2-7. Point.
So Parenteau trying to get a berth here in the semifinals. Nicely done.
Side out.
Backhand once again working from Catherine.
7-3.
Overhead is good.
Side out.
And again, nice job by Brascia of fending off a lot of dipping, you know, that teardrop ball that Parenteau likes to sit right at your tootsies. But Mary did not retreat and made a real good volley there to set up the overhead.
Oh, did she get that? Wow.
Parenteau thinks she hit a winner.
.com. 7-4 here in game 2.
Point.
So that time you had both pace and dipping and diving from Brascia. So that forced the error. And look at this, just a 2-point deficit after giving up the first 4 points of game 2.
Point.
And even though that wasn't the greatest approach, there was room there for Parenteau. You're making her make a shot, Drew, and a shot under pressure. And now somebody lost the remote and the couch over there, so we got to find it.
And obviously, right now, if you're Brascia, you want that ball, right?
Yeah, she's been playing slow earlier. Now this is actually helping Catherine that we had to look for the ball, but you want that same ball too. We're going to take our darn time. Getting the same ball is more important than playing fast.
See if she can tie, and she will. Tied at 7. All of a sudden, Mary Brascia with a charge.
Yeah, and has upped her aggressiveness here. Has been coming in more, and it's paid off.
Point.
And all of a sudden, too, Catherine Parenteau.
8-7.
Seen each other before.
Just one time, and it was Catherine winning 11-6, 11-7 at the Takea Showcase out in California. So a little familiarity here, but certainly know each other's games, and I'm impressed with Mary here.
Timeout successful as Catherine halts the run and gets a point back here.
Yeah, and Mary, you know, we talked about how flawlessly Catherine played in the first half of this game and all of game 1. Now Mary had a hot streak there of about 10 minutes of no mistakes and throws a return in the net.
Side out.
But follows it up with a beautiful deep return right on that baseline. So here we go.
Dave, the way that ball sounds against the paddle, it is clearly
8-8.
cold weather here in the desert that we're dealing with, and players clearly adjusting to here on singles day.
Point.
Yeah, it's like a rock, and and hello players, it's only going to get colder and harder as the day and into the early evening as we get to the semifinals, which we haven't even played one yet.
And that is wide. And is that possibly what is kind of haunting Catherine right now?
I don't think so. I mean, I do wonder if side of the court matters for visibility. And I love this right here. From Mary, can she finish off game 2?
Big moment for Brascia.
Point.
Yes, she can. Mary Brascia will take this to a game number 3. Obviously a big
Brascia. So now you have a very talented athlete. Catherine Parenteau is used to the fight, the singles fight. Let's see what she's got and how she can change her game. And Mary Brascia just picks up right where she left off. Again, it's a deceiving stroke because she kind of swings up and through, but it has a little shape on it, and it stays inside that sideline.
Brascia right now is bringing it.
Yeah, and you saw Parenteau stay back, and the first chance that Brascia had to come forward, she did. And she's like, I'm gonna press the pace here.
2-0.
Comes off the net. Parenteau can't return it. Also keep in mind, when you win as much as Parenteau, you play more matches than some of these players who are trying to make their mark. So when you're young and undiscovered a bit, you tend to be fresh as well.
Yeah, and you know, Mary is really looking very confident now as opposed to early in game 1.
Oh, wow.
Point. Timeout.
And
Receiver 4-0.
Mary-
One timeout.
Mary Brascia, 4-0. The lead in game number 3 against Catherine Parenteau.
Time in. 4-0. Side out.
That's a clutch return after calling timeout, down 4-0. You want to not give Mary angles, but the depth of that return was perfect right down the middle.
Little help from the net.
Side out.
Parenteau doesn't get it on the other side.
Yeah, and I think the pace of play, again, Mary's not in a huge hurry. I think that was a huge part of her comeback in game number 2. Don't feed into the pace of your opponent if you don't like it.
Huge forehand on top of the kitchen. Mary Brascia, the crowd recognizing it.
Yeah, and Mary is the aggressor here. Catherine left a ball in the middle range of the transition area, and Mary's like, go ahead, you're going to have to pass me. And split step, made a great first volley, and then huge finish.
5-0.
Man, she would love to switch sides, which we will do when someone reaches 6 at 6-0.
Brascia once again applying the pressure.
6-0. Switch ends.
Just pinpoint.
6-0.
Of the moment. 6-0 in game 3. Catherine cannot return the serve. Are you shocked, Dave?
That's
Fleming?
7-0 for sure, for sure. And what I'm really shocked by, Drew, is the passive approach to this third game by Parenteau. And Brascia has made so many good volleys. There was a topspin roll volley there she kept deep, and she is applying that pressure.
Side out.
Saw last week big upset in women's doubles with Ansberry and Ashiro taking down Callie Smith and Lucy Kovalova. Did not expect what we're watching right here. One of the better points of the match.
Just ridiculous defense to offense from Mary Brascia. As you mentioned, her athleticism, tremendous court coverage there, and then didn't overhit the ball. Had a chance to move forward, put Parenteau in a bad spot, and gets the ball back. Really well played.
Just out by about 3 inches.
So again, now your heart starts beating a little faster. You can see the finish line. 3 points. You got to just keep it all together. Parenteau needs to do some scoreboard pressure by getting a couple points.
Point.
Okay, she hits it wide, Dave. Kind of like in baseball, you have an 8-run lead, you're on the mound. What's the mentality, Dave? Just continue to make your pitches?
Absolutely. Throw strikes. Don't give it to him. That was ball 4 right there. So got to make her beat you.
And just past the paddle, so Parenteau now makes it 8-2.
Yeah, so I've praised Brascia for coming forward. That was a ball that she hit way too hard to be able to get all the way and set at the kitchen. You can see where her split step took place in the midcourt, and that's asking for trouble.
2-8. Point.
And that one's not going to be returned. So 3 straight now for Parenteau.
And again, going for the serve like she did in game 1. The first serve where she got a miss was not a big serve. That one was there. So, and again, Brascia not in a hurry to get the ball back over. I like it.
And Parenteau all of a sudden has found something. So 4 straight points. That one's going to go long, so successful timeout by Brascia.
Yeah, and went with aggressive, and it wasn't a great return, but again, you're putting the pressure on your opponent to make it, and Catherine was unable to.
And she mishits that one right on top of the kitchen, so it's 9-4.
Yeah, that turn of events right there is huge. Catherine had a makeable pass to make it 8-5, and then a bunny that she missed right there.
Is it in? No, just a little wide by about a fingernail.
Wow.
4-9.
Love the approach, though. Just missed the execution.
Point.
Brascia comes up short on the return.
And again, a humongous serve from Parenteau. So Brascia should go all the way, get her back up against that video board so she can come forward and not let the ball play her.
Catherine slipped just a bit that time.
She slid because of the quality of the two-handed backhand there. It was low, difficult spot. That's a clutch shot in a key moment for Brascia.
2 points away for Brascia. Oh, what a beauty. Match point coming up for the Mission Viejo native.
Dead sprint to the forehand, gets a ball in a great spot, and then absolutely out of the starter's blocks, Drew, to get over to the other side. And again, watch her run with paddle ready. That's the key to making that. Has the 2E ready and rips it.
Time in. 10-5.
This for the match. And there it is. Mary Brascia. What a performance on championship court, taking care of Catherine Parenteau, one of the best players in women's pro pickleball. A tremendous upset, 3-11, 11-8, 11-5.
Just so much fortitude, and ends it with an inside-out clean winner. You saw the frustration from Catherine Parenteau, took it out on her